Hello short video people, here's a log I found whilst out and about. It's all dry now, so I'm going to turn it into a lamp. So I started off by picking off all of the living bits like moss and any sort of roots and various bits and bobs that got in there. I scraped off any bits of dead wood that had rotten so much they were fragile, brushed off all the sediment, all the loose particles, and then sanded it for flipping ages with an orbital sander. Sprayed all the dust off it and then sanded it again for ages with the orbital sander before going on to some more fine sanding with my hand tool, getting in all the nooks and crannies, making sure that there was going to be a nice finish for all the oil to go on. Of course, you know, you're never going to get all the inside bits, but it just makes it look good. It makes it nice. And here's how it looked after quite a long time of sanding. I was really happy with the finish. Of course, there's lots of brown sort of outer barky bits still left on it, but I'm leaving those there deliberately because that's going to add like a really nice dark colour to the final thing. Because if I sanded it all the way down so it was all white, it would actually look quite dull without any staining, and I don't want to stain it, I want to keep it natural. I also did snap off a little bit, but I won't talk about that. So the lamp head is going to come out probably there. Yeah, sorry about that, don't know what I was doing there, but I think we can all agree that it needs to be sanded a bit more. And sprayed. Anyway, for the base, I got a bit of this scrap wood that I had lying around from house renovation, matched it up with the logs to make sure it sort of fit, sanded it down nicely, matched it again to make sure it fit, and because it dries quite light, I've decided to stain it using some of God's nectar and also some dark wood dye. And look at this, I'm going to stop waffling now just to let you enjoy. Here we are, look at it. It's only resting on the base for now, but my goodness me, this is going to be beautiful. And now it's time to make the cables for it. I then drilled a straight hole all the way down for the shaft of it. Here's how I prepared the base. So I drilled a hole through the back and I channeled out with the router just a little section for the cables and Wago blocks to go. I then put some heat shrink wrap on the end of the cable, threaded it through, hooked up my Wago blocks. I then bolted that threaded shaft to the base on both sides really tightly so that I can thread the log on it. Bob's your uncle. After a bit of cool slow-mo and screwing it all together, here is how it looks. Now it's only actually screwed on with that shaft at the moment, so I had to put in some more screws going up the base plate. And as I'm a seasoned pro at this, here are some excellent camera angles showing exactly what I did. And then to finish off the base, I put on some really nice sticky velvet underlay thing. Very nice. And after all of that, here we are, and I'm very, very happy with it. It looks really, really rather good. I haven't actually said yet in this video, the entire reason I made this is as a wedding gift for two friends of mine. So I thought that needed a little finishing touch right at the end. There we go. Anyway, I can't be bothered doing that short loop round thing because I'm all fancy pants and stuff. So here's a picture of my cat. Thanks for watching.